where it gets more exciting with the companies is a company, obviously the gold could go up in value, but if it finds more gold, then it's more valuable. It could reduce its costs, so it's a greater margin.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
So what I don't understand is you said that some things are more risky and some less risky, but it's the same commodity. How come few things are gonna be more risky than the other ones?
Yeah, well, basically, what I say to people is, you've got the gold, and then you've got a fund. Now, a fund is a collection of companies, so it's a bit more risky than gold because you've got operational risk in companies, which you don't have with gold itself. And then you've got very large companies. You've got large, but sort of not massive. And when I talk about very large, I'm talking about generally these companies are $50 billion plus. Then you've got others which are, let's say, 20 billion to 50 billion. And I use fantasy football format. So I say you're really large ones, your goalkeepers. Then you have which are very large. You have midfielders, which are kind of mid-tier type companies, and you have explorers, which are sort of forwards, which are your explorers. And so what I do is I help people put a team together. I give them a list of companies and a list of funds that they can choose from, and I give them the criteria to choose, and I help them allocate the capital by saying you should have more in, let's say, lower risk positions. So what they're getting is a combination of solid type returns from gold and funds, let's say more boring companies that are 50 billion plus, really big companies, but also the excitement of smaller companies and explorers. And if an explorer finds what they're looking for, the returns can be absolutely amazing, talking about 20, 50, 100 times your money. But obviously there's this huge amount of risk of finding those. So when I'm with people, I say, look, let's put most of your money in stuff you're going to get, a decent from. And yes, you can put a bit of money in things that can change your life, but you don't want all your money in things that change your life. You want to basically have a return on your money and have lottery tickets is the wrong term because I think you've got a much better odds of than you would with the lottery. But you've got a few positions that could literally change your life, and I think that's quite nice if you're starting the day out and you're like, okay, I've got some investments that can give me a good return, but I've got a few investments that could actually change my life. And I think people kind of like that. If you're having a bad day at work and one of your investments comes off, happy days.
So Simon, the how, like for example, the return, how can be they will the return by investing in gold because it goes on price, it's a capital gain, it's a dividend. How is
Well, the return it varies enormously depending on what you're doing. I mean, if it's gold, it's obviously the price from one year to the next. But where it gets more exciting with the companies is a company, obviously the gold could go up in value, but if it finds more gold, then it's more valuable. It could reduce its costs, so it's a greater margin, and
yeah, wow, I understand.
and if it's an explorer, it could actually make a discovery which could have an impact on its price. So there's lots of different things that kind of impact the value, and some are greater probability than others. So you kind of need a basket of everything. There's no point just having all the boring stuff or having all the exciting stuff. You need a bit of a blend.
And so it came to me once that they were selling the gold forward. So basically, there was a product from Australia, and they were selling the gold forward, and it was cheaper because they needed the money take the gold from the mine, something like this. I remember. Is this a standard practice that people use,
Yeah,
or
it is that there's more of this happening. I think
like
one
this
of
you
the
can buy gold cheaper, right?
well, yeah, I mean, but you've also got the operational risk of them getting it out the mine, so that's why it's cheaper. There's a behind
It's a
um,
risk, right?
exactly. So yes, you can get it cheaper, but you're taking the operational risk they'll actually deliver the gold in the first place. This is becoming more common. There's lending to these kind of organizations, but there's various issues. The main one is actually doing the due diligence on the people who you're going to give the money to. There aren't many banks who've got people suitably qualified, geologists or whatever it is, to do this kind of analysis. And there's a lot of streaming companies out there like Franco-Nevada, Wheaton Precious Metals, Metalla Royalty, people like that, who lend money on projects. But I should think that they're kind of inundated with requests. I don't know, but I would have thought they are. And as a company, you kind of have to know what you're doing. And I think the lenders, if someone's lending in the space, they probably have got people who know what they're talking about. And what you're saying, yes, you can make money, but yeah, you can also lose a lot of money. So you have to be careful.
Yeah, yeah, to be risk. Yeah, has a big risk. So and when you decided to specialize only in that commodity in gold.
Well, I kind of like, again, it goes to where the future is. And with any business, you want to look through the windscreen, not the rear view mirror. And gold it's for thousands of years. It's a really interesting sort of situation because you talk about you want to win the gold medal. The World Cup is made of gold. The children have been as good as gold. People are looking forward to their golden years. You don't want that person to marry a gold digger. Gold, gold, gold everywhere. But then you say to people, "Do you have any?" And like most people are like, "No." And I looked at something called a Sharpe ratio, which is a based on the that you're taking. And with gold, I think it's like 1.26%, which is amazing. It's fantastic. But a lot of people they don't have any, and I think it's crazy. I think it's really sad. And one of the reasons they don't have it is they don't know how to invest in it. And that's where I saw the opportunity. I thought, well, I can show people how to invest in it, and I use a very simple system, and that's what I'm helping people do. It's quite funny. People come to me and they go, well, what do I do? And I say, you do this, this, and they're like, yeah, yeah. What else? And I'm like, no, no, this is all you have to do, and it's almost too easy. So yeah,
So
that's a lot of fun, and people can make. With one of my investments, you can fact check this. I invested in a company called Chalice, and I
uh-huh.
turned I can't remember exactly how much it was, about 30 grand into about 900 grand. Well, my pension went from 30 grand to about 900 grand. It would be crazy. And but yeah, no, there is to make a lot of money. So it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And what are the like for example, what is your take gold versus Bitcoin? So people said that Bitcoin and gold is a way to stock value, or gold versus silver, for example. And what what's your opinion on those commodities?
It makes me smile because Bitcoin is depicted as a gold coin. If you look at any graphic of Bitcoin, even though it's a digital asset, it's depicted as a gold coin, which is quite funny. I think the what I like about gold is you can't print it. And I know there's, saying there's a limit on the amount of Bitcoin that they will produce. Um, but gold, if you wanted more gold, you can't just magic it. It's an asset. And crypto it's done phenomenally well. I think, we all know it's done very, very well. And if it was a few £1,000, or dollars, whatever, I would probably invest in it. But I don't really understand it, if I'm honest. And I'd much rather have something tangible like gold than a crypto. Um,
How about
and
silver? Some people said that when gold is down, silver is high. When high, gold is down. Is it? Is it the
It's
real
no,
thing?
that's
Uh,
not speaking true. I mean, gold and silver often move in tandem. I think silver is very exciting. It's got a lot of industrial uses as well. And again, like gold, you can't print it. And a lot of silver is a byproduct of copper and nickel. And so copper and nickel prices are very relevant for silver because if nickel fall, then you probably find producers are like wary about production because you don't want to produce at a loss, um, and therefore you could have a significant in demand for or of silver, and potentially an increase in the price. So it's quite a tight market compared to other markets.
so if someone is in love with this conversation, how people can find you, how this process work?
Yeah, I mean, if you find me on goldprogram.co.uk, by all means, drop me a line. On there, there's a free brochure, free report you can get, and I do various webinars and things like that. So people are more than welcome to do me on those. And yeah, I've got a book, The Beginner's Guide to Investing in Gold. Really simple, but potentially, you can make a lot of money. So hopefully people reach out.
Yeah, and not financial advice, but I think that yeah, gold is a commodity.
Absolutely, yeah. And
So and right timing and the opportunity could be like everybody else. Like of the commodity could be an opportunity. They need to find a good mentor and do their own diligence, right?
absolutely, yeah, it could be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. And for all of you following the podcast, see you in our next episode of Unstoppable. How brave entrepreneurs like Simon break the wall, achieve the best meal. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.